Hey everyone, Mr. Burgerman here. Now you might be saying, who's Mr. Burgerman? And that's a very good question. I applaud it. Um, and I am bringing him back to life. So, Mr. Burgerman 98, the original, the OG. This was a 10-year-old kid who just wanted to make Call of Duty videos and Minecraft videos and have a lot of fun back on the internet back in 2011. So, unfortunately, I'm now old older, I guess. Um, but yeah, so back in the day, Mr. Burgerman 98 watched X-Jaws, Sea Nanners, White Boy 7th Street. I know I'm missing a few in there, maybe Optic Pomage, Optic Hacks, Big Phase, an Optic Clan fanboy. Didn't pick a side. I enjoyed both sides. I thought, why pick a side? I was so indecisive then as I am now. But no. So yeah, back in 6th grade, I started a channel called Mr. Burgerman 98. The first video I made was a dancing hamster video. Very original for the time, very 2011 original. And then my next video took a 180. We went to Black Ops. First map I played on, live recorded, I think was Firing Range. I had an M16 and a noob tube on. I think I went 40 in single digit deaths. I think 40 and 8. Pretty good for like a 12-year-old at the time, or 11-year-old at the time, not going to lie. And the topic of discussion was, I think it was like what music you should listen to while you're playing Call of Duty. And I noted that classical music probably wasn't the right music. And I would probably still agree with that now, even though I do listen to way more classical than I did back then, because I didn't listen to any back then. Yeah, still reigns true. But anyway. So yeah, that's who I was. That was back in 2010 when I was like 11 years old. So now I'm the old ripe age of 26. And yeah, so why I picked up the mic again? I mean, this just feels odd. I haven't done this in probably over 10 years now. It's just I've been getting these old Sea Nanners YouTube videos back on my feed, and just watching his old commentaries about life and just what was going on with his life, how he felt about things, just general life topics, and maybe some tips and some tricks in there. And yeah, it just really not made me feel a little reminiscent, but it made me miss doing something like this. And I played sports for my whole life, and unfortunately for all of us, no matter how far you go in sports, they do end. So sports ended for me a couple years ago. And I have just kind of haven't found the passion for things since. I've been on the whole let's do everything kind of grind, like 75 hard David Goggins. I got on that for a minute. Great stuff. You learn a lot. But definitely not the lifestyle I'm trying to live. And yeah, so I've been doing that, the gym, kind of everything that you can imagine of like self-improvement, but I never found a hobby that I'm like, you know what, this is what I want to do all the time and just really enjoy every second of it. I still go to the gym, I still read, I still implement some of David Goggins stuff in my life, but it's I want to do something consistently where I just don't have to think about it and don't have to not try, but more or less not just feel pain while I'm doing it. So this is it for me. This is my outlet. This is the hobby that I've chosen. And why I've come back to it is, initially I did YouTube. We weren't a very wealthy family growing up. Money was pretty tight, especially at around this time. Well, around 2010, 2011, money was pretty tight. So not only did I enjoy playing Call of Duty and playing Minecraft, but I wanted to be successful. And I always was so concerned about subscribers and view count, and I need this many more subscribers for I was gonna say internship. That's not even close to the number of sponsorship. I wanted a YouTube sponsorship so bad from Machinima, and I was like, I just got to get there somehow. Really glad I didn't get one. Not that I was ever close, but just hearing some of the stories, I'm glad I didn't get one. Probably worked out for the best. But no. And that's why I did YouTube. And like you'd watch those videos, like, you got to do YouTube because you have a passion. I'd be like, well, I want to do it for the money because I want to make a lot of money and be famous. And as an 11-year-old would think that makes a lot of sense. But now at 26, I've got a job, I've got a house, I'm doing all right. I don't really, if this became successful, I wouldn't say, oh no, ew, I'm deleting the channel now. But it's not what I'm doing this for. I'm not doing this for success or money. I'm doing this just because this is fun. I enjoy A, giving advice, and B, playing. I still enjoy playing video games, and I still enjoy kind of talking, because it gets all that stuff off your chest, right? The more you talk about things, whether it's to yourself on a microphone or to other people, it's getting things off your chest. So what am I going to bring to this channel? I don't know. I don't even know what gameplay's being shown on the screen right now. It might be old Black Ops, probably old Black Ops, if I had to guess. I don't really play the newer Call of Duties all too much. Battlefield, the newer Battlefield seems interesting though, so you guys might be getting that. That might be my edge. Maybe my competitive edge is not doing old Call of Duty all the time. As much as I love Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2, yeah, I'll probably try to play some newer games, so I'm not living super in nostalgia times. But yeah, for right now, it's probably Black Ops 1 gameplay. And yeah, and that's another thing too. I know we're going to go off topic for a second. You know, I was always so worried about my KD ratio in these videos. I'm like, I got to be the best. I got to have 50-1. If I don't go 50-1, this gameplay sucks. I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show you a negative gameplay when I'm putting these together. But if I'm playing Black Ops 1, I'm probably not going to get one. So it's humble brag. No, but in all honesty, if I go like, you know, if I have 2 KD, I'm like, all right, I'm posting this. It's whatever. You know, I'm not trying to bring down the house with gameplays. I'm trying to give advice or talk about life or whatever it is. So yeah, so back to what I was saying before though, I'm just happy to kind of be back doing this. I've seen a lot of these commentary styles come back, or this commentary style come back, excuse me. And some of the smaller channels like Why Learn, there's a couple other kind of guys too that are doing it. And it's good stuff. I think as an older, again, I say older, I'm 26. I fight myself every day that I'm old, that I'm not that old. Like Gary Vee, you could double your age and I'd still be 52. But I'm 26 and my body hurts now when I get up in the morning, so that's not that fun. But yeah, so I see these older guys kind of giving advice on YouTube, and I'm like, you know what? I've kind of experienced some of life, not probably as much as some others, but I definitely have advice for maybe college kids, high school kids, and just things you can do. Whether it's, relationship advice. I'm not going to be the best in. I've had one relationship, and it has blossomed into a marriage. So, yeah, you're not going to get that from me. But, if it's like, especially around school or sports or your job or whatever, right? How dealing with depression. I could do that. I think I could bring that. I've dealt with all those things before. So, or if it's just talking about video games, because why not? Or if it's talking about Formula 1, I might do that too. You guys, who knows? Maybe there's a niche out there for Call of Duty Formula 1 videos, where we talk about why Jack Doohan was sacked so quickly, and why I think Max Verstappen is definitely still. Well, no, he's definitely still obviously in the contention for the World Championship. But I really think in 3/4 time it's going to be Max, Oscar, George, and Lando fighting for the championship. And I say 3/4 time means once 75% of the season's over, I still think it's going to be those 4. But yeah, so we'll see. I just, at the end of the day, I just want to do this for fun, and be happy with it, and that's it. I don't want to try to be Fortunate. Shout out to Fortunate for keeping OG Call of Duty alive. I think he's been a huge, not influence on me too, but not only just an influence on me too, but just influence on keeping old Call of Duty alive. I'm not trying to be like him. I don't want to be. If I get that big again, I'm not gonna say oh no, but I'm not aiming to do that. I'm just aiming to have fun. So, if you guys have anything you want to hear talked about, just shoot them in the comments section below. If nobody comments, I'm gonna be really upset. But I'll probably get it considering it's my first video. But yeah, so next video will probably just be maybe a career, or probably high school topic. I feel like that's a pretty easy one, or maybe college, a career, any of those 3. It'll probably be a part of. But I'm going way too long. It's already 9 minutes in this video. So I hope you guys, do what you enjoy in life, and hopefully some of you maybe see this and go, you know what, I'm gonna go do what I want to do as a hobby. Maybe it'll blossom into something more, or maybe it'll just be fun for me to do. That's all I hope you take away from this first video. I hope you guys enjoyed. OG Mr. Burgerman is back. Tell all 50 people that subscribed to me back in the day I'm back, baby. I'm back. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
They destroyed your equipment.
He's down.
Cobra standing by. Changing mag!
Cobra on the way.
Target neutralized.
Enemy spy plane above.
Reloading!
We're close to victory. Hold the line. Hostiles jamming our radar.
Kill confirmed.
Our spy plane's in the air. Enemy napalm strike incoming. Spy plane ready for deployment. Friendly spy plane inbound. Ready to jam enemy radar. That's how it's done. Good job, team.
He's down.